topic is IC design. Is Malaysia ready for disruption? And befittingly, we have 4 guests here from all our IC design companies, which is one of the key pillars of the new Industrial Master Plan 2030, where Malaysia is trying to move up the value chain and has chosen IC design as an area to focus on. Another common denominator among these 4 companies are their involvement in AI. We have SkyeChip, who is an IP design company, and they provide the building blocks for AI chips. We have Egis, who is famous for their fingerprint sensors, but last year they have also went big into IP design, and now they are providing UCIe solutions, which is a common language for chiplets to communicate. And then we also have Phison, who are famous for their NAND flash controllers, and they are trying to lower the barriers to entry into AI through their customized SSD to replace DRAM. So can I first get SK Steve as well as Datuk K.S. to maybe give some introduction about your companies and the specific roles that you are involved within the AI space.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm SK Fong from SkyeChip. So we started SkyeChip in year 2020, right in the middle of pandemics, right? But we didn't stop. We didn't work from home. Actually, we worked directly from the office, start delivering our IP. Right? For SkyeChip, we aim our IP to be the core building blocks for AI. And at the same time, we also use these building blocks to build future custom compute ASICs for AI and for HPC. So that's our company directions, right? And if you want to imagine SkyeChip, you imagine that a chip itself is like a complex city. So our IP manage the traffic within the city, a data superhighway through our network on chip. And then we have a very efficient airport that allow you to transmit, read and write your data into the external memory. And in this case, it can be DDR or it can be even HBM3, which is essential for AI computing. Right? So, So we are very happy to be here because not only I'm here, actually I'm representing our employee of 245 people, all Malaysians, and promise you that we'll bring the country a step closer to be leading in the AI arena. All right.
I'm Steve Rowe. I'm the founder and the CEO of the Egis Tech. Actually, today we talk about what's the opportunity, which is generative AI. It created a huge demand for the high-performance computing chip. But the problem is it also hit the physical limit of the Moore's law. Moore's law, which you may be aware of, that is, it will double the chip counts, transistor counts in a chip. Every 18 months was proposed by one of the Intel founder, Golden Morse. So what's the solution for this one? Actually, it's a chiplet. The idea implies, the chiplet implies it will break each functional unit in the SoC into a separate die and bring it together in a package. So Howley communication, they use the universal chiplet interconnect express. So which gave you some advantage. It not only resolved the bottleneck for the Moore's law, it also increased the yield rate because you can break a huge chip into 2 or 3 chips. And it also provides a module design, which means you can make the chip, one is memory, and one is computing die, and one is CPU, one is I/O die. The I/O die doesn't require the high performance. So in order to increase the performance, you can just upgrade your computing die, for example, from 5 nanometer to 3 nanometer. Okay, so in that case, the architecture is scalable. Not to mention, you can also reduce the development time and save huge money. So that's basically, we think the key to succeed is the UCIe. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think no need to keep repeating about adaptive, but if you're interested, you can go to Phison website. I think we have a lot of video and document you are able to read. Yesterday, I announced that we are cooperate with the MIMOS in our AI adaptive. On the way, Phison also going to transfer back the EV storage, which we are work together with the Mari, bring back the system design, chip designs. So Mari will be one of our very important partner. On the other hand, for the AI adaptive, we also try to encourage and build the ecosystem in Malaysia. So after yesterday talk, many software company, many of talent come to me to ask how to cooperate. So I'm also asking MIMOS to host developer meeting, maybe hopefully by June, July. If that happen, right, they can able to disclose more development and their use case to support how to build the adaptive AI system in Malaysia. Thank you.
CS, your role is a bit different at Intel. So you work with third-party IP vendors to offer quality IP to IC designers. So can you talk a bit about what kind of IPs you offer, as well as what you seek for when you, locate potential partners?
Oh, absolutely. Glad to be here. This is my second day. So my direct probably like 50% recover from last night. So, but I will keep my talk a little bit short. So if you look at the Foundry from the 3,000 feet, right? So Foundry is a service type of industry, meaning Foundry would not do everything by themselves. They will seek for the cooperation with the best-in-class IP partners in addressing the customer needs, right? So as we all know that the cost of the advanced nodes, chiplet, whatever, right, is increasingly dramatically over the years. For every node, you're looking for a high percentage incremental from the previous nodes. So as a result, what customers is constantly looking for is the most cost-effective way of designing their chip and make sure they have a good product so that they can make profit. So Foundry job is basically still cooperating, right, with the world-leading IPs providers in providing those. You can think about like a puzzle to make sure those puzzles are all validated, pre-verified, right, with a high quality, so that when customer taping out their chips or chiplets on Intel processors, they know that they can get the products come up from the fab first time silicon success, so that they can make the highest profitability out of it.
Yep. So moving on, Datuk K.S. and CS, both of you have quite similar backgrounds where you are both Malaysians, but have carved quite successful career overseas. So from the aspect, what opportunities do you see for Malaysia within the IC design space? And also, what areas can we work on to improve, to close the gap or even carve a niche compared to some of our regional peers? Maybe can start you, Datuk K.S.
Malaysia, since 50 years ago, from manufacturing, packaging, and now starting with some design activity. To design the chips, right, I think there's no easy, okay? You have to design lots of IPs, integration, but I keep reminding that if talking about IC design, not just only chip design, but they have a lot of system layer domain knowledge, okay? So that's why they call SOC. But good thing is Malaysia is not starting from nothing. A lot of, at least Malaysians stay overseas, they have a lot of experience. Now the thing is how to ask them to back here, bring their knowledge, bring their team member to here, try to establish the team here, but not starting from nothing. So Phison, we are the one, we are willing to do that, and I hope within 3 years, we can show the real good outcome in Malaysia.
Right, so in my humble opinion, I think Malaysia do produce excellent engineers. So living in Bay Area, UK, and Taiwan for almost 3 decades by now. So I do meet a lot of excellent and talented Malaysia engineers, right? So I think one of the key drivers for them to reconsider moving back to the country to, helping the country to actually feel, to tap in this AI era opportunity is, we do need more flexible and dynamic policy. So I'm personally very thrilled about the announcement the government officer announced yesterday. I think there are a lot of good stuff in it. I think the key one is how we can collectively execute those policies in a more effective and efficient way to actually bring more talent back to the country and helping the country reshape the semiconductor industry locally. Because the world right now we are living is very different than 5 and 10 years back, right? So the entire semiconductor landscaping is basically become very regionalized compared to globalization. This actually impose a lot of opportunity for everyone in the room, right, to tap in this golden opportunity. I think the panel discussions I had participated yesterday was talking about $1 trillion opportunities in front of us by 2030, right? So this is a good opportunity for everyone to work together. So I work for Intel, right? So right now, I know that the Intel already established a very good engineering farm in Penang for many, many years. So I think that Intel had done a phenomenal job in incubating those engineers. So I'm sure that if the policy is right, the motivation right, I think now is a good timing for every one of us to join the journey of bringing this AI era.
Okay, maybe on Steve's side, at the Egis tech level, you guys mentioned that you're actually exploring Malaysia as a potential investment destination. Maybe you can talk a bit about what actually draws you to our country.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier about the UCI, and the UCI is not only the key for the design the advanced node, and it's also very important for the package. UCI, they have the advanced package and the standard package. For the advanced package, mainly for the HPC, they use the interposer or connect the tiles. For the standard package, they just use the substrate. And the most important is for the advanced technology, the I/O, the chip bond is about the 3 point, the pitch is about the 36 micrometer. However, for the standard one is about 140. So I'm looking for, because myself is pretty good at the package, so I do believe I'm looking for the opportunity, try to find an innovation solution for the pitch between the 36 to 140, maybe 70, then it will dramatically drop the cost. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe from SK side, so among the 4 panelists over here today, you are the one of the ones that have actually successfully built a homegrown Malaysian company. So maybe as a pitch, to maybe Steve as well as other potential companies looking to set up in Malaysia, maybe you can share some of your experiences within Malaysia and also how that has helped, help to build your company and what advantages that we have over here.
Okay, it'll be my pleasure. Right, I won't say we are successful, but at least we are marching every step, and every step we are meeting our goal, right? So there's still a long way to go, right? And of course, there's a lot of things to learn from Steve and also from K.S., on how they successfully being a successful unicorns in Malaysia, right? But for us, I think the most important thing is we need to recognize that now is a perfect timing for Malaysia, right? The timing is great because we are in the age, we are beginning of the AI super cycle, right? Like what San said, we are growing, the revenue in semiconductor is going to grow from $500 billion to 1 trillion or 2 trillion in a short 10 years. compared to what it takes 50 years to achieve the $500 billion. So there's a huge opportunity for not only the existing company, but new companies, right? And in the past, before the globalization, during the time of globalization, before the technology war, the market is dominant by key player, Broadcom, Qualcomm, Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, right? But with the entrance of new century, I would say, the semiconductor market is no longer globalized and no longer monopolized or controlled by just a few key players, right? So there will be regional opportunity in China, regional opportunity in Europe, opportunity in US, and opportunity in Japan. And all these are new opportunity for new players. So for Malaysia, we are lucky to have 30 years of IC design experience, thanks to Intel, AMD, Broadcom, and so on, who have nurtured a lot of talents, right? So what we need is actually find ways to bring this talent to start up their own company, to be entrepreneur, like what a lot of Taiwanese have done, like a role model to us, right? But the important thing here is we need the government support. And today, the KL20 actually signifies a big step forward that can show the dedication in not only financial support, there's also infrastructure support, there's also VC support. I think a new entrepreneur or a new startup will actually fare better compared to 5 years ago or 10 years ago, right? But for SkyeChip, learning from our past experience, we are very lucky because we have a team that we work together and we decide to come out together. So we got a full team and a capable team from the beginning, right? At the same time, we got the guidance. We have guidance from the chairman of MSIA, Datuk Sri Wong, right? We got support from EPU, from MIDA, and even we got a very good VC partners that wanted to invest in us, but it didn't pan out. But through the interaction, we learned a lot, right? Especially for engineers like us, we felt this type of interaction is very hard for us to plan out our business. But through the interactions with Rustam, right, KMP, we managed to actually put a business plan together that helped to shape our next business plan in the next 5 years, right? So all in all, I say the time is right to come out, take advantage of the AI boom, right? Take advantage of the potential partner that we have from Taiwan and other parts of the world, leverage your technical strength, right? Leverage on the VC support, and build a healthy semiconductors upstream business, right? Thank you.
I guess on that note, we are done with the session, and thank you everyone for participating.
Thank you, panel. We'd like to invite everyone to kindly pose for a quick photograph to wrap up the session. Thank you to our panel on IC design. Is Malaysia ready for disruption? Our next panel will be focusing on the topic of Southeast Asia's next big fintech. Next big fintech export, which is Islamic finance. We will be putting the spotlight on this discussion shortly. Please do kindly join us for this conversation if you're keen. And this is the leader stage for your information. Do check in with the website at www.kl20.gov.my to find out the schedule at the founder stage and also what our exhibitors are putting on display for you today. So thank you for joining us on day 2 of KL20 Summit 2024. If you're keen to be part of the discussion on fintech exports, putting the focus on Islamic finance, please do kindly join us. Thank you.